Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there's something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards. Use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Three of Wands, this is very nice. This is kind of it's a yes, right? It is a complete commitment. It is your intention, your heart, your mind, body, soul, all aspects of our being are saying yes to something, right? And this is a conviction that we don't always get. So when we do get it, we know, we feel it, right? This is something that speaks to the core of you. This is something that is kind of all about your self-identity, right? And so every aspect, every level of our being is saying yes. Our body, right? Our mind, our heart, our spirit saying yes. Let's do this, right? Well, let's see what we're doing, shall we? Well, 6, we're manifesting that. Whatever this conviction is, you are going to succeed. Simple, straightforward, creating the life that you dream about, right? Creating this expression of your identity. That's it. Reading's over. See you later. That's all you need to know, okay? That whatever you feel this conviction about, you're going to succeed. Maybe we could look at it the other way around, though, too, and say, if you want to succeed, it's only gonna be successful if you have this feeling about it. If you don't have this feeling about it, probably not going to be the kind of best outcome, right? It's kind of like you're going to succeed in proportion to how much you feel this spiritual conviction, right? This, now it's 6 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles, yeah, that makes total sense. 2 of Pentacles, yeah. And now we've got that Knight of Pentacles that's looking toward the future. This is really good. 9 of Swords, that's okay, that's okay. Got 8 of Wands, 5 and 5, and the 2. The 2 is then the readiness, the feeling as if okay, I've got this very strong sense of, this is my identity, this is my path, this is going to be the perfect expression of myself. Mind, body, soul, I'm committed, I'm ready to do this. We can see the outcome, we can plan the stages of it. And then this is the execution. This is hitting the button and going, right? This is putting the pedal to the metal, hitting the gas. Yeah. This is kind of the moment that you decide to actually start doing it, right? This is that realization that this is real, right? We're realizing something. We're seeing it become manifested. So we're starting with the end here in the reading today. The 2 of Wands, it's dominion. This is what's within your ability to change, to influence, right? This is talking about how far your reach is. Sometimes we have these aspirations to do things, but it's kind of a challenge to be like, okay, well, how do I connect with, how do I get there, right? I want to travel to outer space, right? But in a practical way, is it really within my sphere of influence to get that done? Right now, no, absolutely not. I don't know the first thing about it. I have 0 training. I have 0 connections in that industry. I don't know how to do it. I don't have the money, certainly, like whatever that guy's name is that went up in the rocket. They took Shatner up there, didn't they? I don't have that kind of money, right? So in a very kind of reasonable, logical, practical way, with that Knight of Pentacles, how am I going to get this done? Is this something that's within my purview? Am I in the right wheelhouse here? And if not, we've got to get there. We've got to prepare to get there, right? So whatever this conviction is, and this is fundamental core kind of manifesting. If you feel this strongly about something, you can succeed. You will succeed. It's a matter of putting the right elements into motion. We have motion and motion here, right, with the fives. And it's really about, it's putting things in motion. It's about having a plan. It's saying it's not enough to just feel this so strongly, feel this kind of spiritual conviction, this will, this I don't even know how to describe it. It's an overwhelming certainty about something, an overwhelming drive to do something here, okay? But you've got to have the practical steps. You've got to be able to see, now this is the Knight of Pentacles. First, you've got to be able to see, what does it look like? I feel this conviction so strongly. Every part of my soul is saying yes, right? Three of Wands. What does that look like? What's the timeline here? We're talking a year, right? Where do you want to, you want to end up in outer space, right? Okay. Where are you in outer space? Are you on a space station? Are you on an alien planet? Are you just on a rocket by yourself? What are you doing? Like, how do you really see that working out? And then we have to reverse engineer it and say, okay, well, to do all of that, well, first I've got to, I don't know, maybe Google it, right? And see how I can even get close to doing that. Is there like a scholarship program? Can I write an essay and maybe get picked to go, on the spaceship or something? Unless you have the money to do it, right? We have to think of what's going to connect us in a very practical way. So everybody thinks that magic or manifesting or the power of attraction is just simply wishing for something so hard that pops out. It's not like that. It's not like that. We have to have something in life that we wish that hard about, But it's not just going to appear. We have to figure out what those links are. How do we get this spiritual feeling, this impulse, this absolute certainty that this is what I want to do, this absolute spiritual yes? How do we get that connected to the end result? Well, that's what the Knight of Pentacles has to figure out. How this links together, right? It's the magical link from our impulse then to the final outcome that we're dreaming about, right? So this is about you creating that life that you dream about. And this is really good because I see that you have all these elements in place. Everything we're talking about, you've got it. You've got that absolute spiritual yes, right? And we've got the Six of Wands to show us that if we wish for it hard enough, right? If we want it bad enough, we can do it. But we need to link things together on the earth plane. Now let's select the mystery card. Well, we got some volunteers there. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. It's going to go right here, Mr. Red right on top. All right. If you want to guess the card, put it down in the comments and let's have a go. See, we've got some obstacles, right? We've got a Seven of Pentacles. We've got a Ten of Wands. Sometimes we get discouraged because the Seven of Pentacles, we're sitting there waiting and watching, okay, when are the strawberries going to grow? When are the grapes going to grow on the vine here? It doesn't happen fast enough, right? It doesn't happen fast enough. We start to feel pretty terrible about it. We think, it didn't work. I must have been wrong in what I wanted to begin with. Maybe my will is wrong, something like that. So there's an obstacle here. There's discouragement. And I think a lot of people experience, it's ubiquitous. It's part of the human experience, right? We want something so bad, and then we have difficulties. There are issues with the earth element, right? There's issues with cooperation from other energies, other people, resources, money, finances, time. Sometimes we think we should expect to see progress a lot sooner than we do, and we start to get a little bit down about it, Okay, so I think Spirit here is really saying that, yeah, you've got some obstacles to deal with, and maybe this, because see this 9 of Swords that we have here, this is your general energy. This, I think, is what you're feeling right now. This is the state of things right now. Well, you're kind of in that discouraged state, right? And I think that this reading, Spirit is trying to encourage you. Spirit is to try to say, yeah, look, this is what everybody experiences. Just, yeah, deal with that. Focus on how strongly you feel about this. Identify with your will. Identify with your passion again. And have that certainty that you will succeed. That certainty of the 6 of Wands. And start making changes now to start to engineer this reality. Start to manifest this dream. Again, it's not enough to just wish and then wait for the strawberries to grow or the grapes to grow on the vine here. We got to do the work, right? We have to link things together in the machine. You can have everything kind of put together, but if you don't plug the machine into the power receptacle, it's not going to work. I don't care how perfect the machine is. It needs to have the power source. And right now, this is your power source. We've got to connect it with the power source. And we've got to build this life. And Spirit's saying, you will succeed. You will succeed. But with the 2 of Pentacles up here, you might have to do things differently. You might have to change your approach. You might have to learn new things. You might have to think outside the box, right? You might have to realize that the outcome, the experience of success might not look the way it does exactly in your dreams, right? I see myself in a hot rod, 67 Mustang, just kind of just speeding through like Mars or something, right? Just speeding around on the moon. Well, it's not really practical. Maybe it is. I don't know. But maybe that's the vision that I see. I'm out there just hot rodding around space, But maybe in a very practical way, as we get further along in this, as things really start moving, we've got a 5 of Pentacles. There is movement here. Then we start to realize that, hey, it may not be exactly like my fantasy or my dream, but this is really something that's going to happen. So we allow our vision of the future to slowly change as we make progress. We're starting to see now what it really looks like. And the more we get that kind of clear vision, the more it starts to, maybe it's a little fuzzy right now. Maybe it's like, I don't know, I just want to be out in space. I want to see the stars. I want to feel, the weightlessness and all that stuff. I want to see another planet, And we don't really have a clear idea. The further along we get, we're going to start to see it materialize. The more of these links, it's like we're creating a chain. The more links of the chain we create, the more our heart starts to beat a little bit faster. Because now we're seeing that it's actually happening. It's coming together. And it's looking a little bit different than my silly fantasy or vision that I had, but it's really happening. This is really going to be it. And that to me is the 6 of Cups. This is kind of that tranquility mixed with excitement. See, we've got these 2 cards, and the position of these 2 cards are very connected in the Dove and Serpent spread. So this is the feeling that the certainty gives you, right? We know that we have to be confident in our will, in this original impulse. And that confidence kind of gives way to a peacefulness, right? That I'm no longer in this stuff. The Swords, the 7 of Pentacles. I'm no longer in despair or worry or discouragement. There's a peacefulness. There's this calm, this serenity that's going to come over you when you realize that, yeah, I can do this. This is going to happen. Then we start taking these steps. We start building the chain, link by link by link. The closer we get, then we start to get anxious, excited, right? We see that this is really something that's that's happening. So in our heart starts to beat faster and faster and faster. These two cards, like I said, are intimately connected. The more things start to come together in the external, the closer we get to this goal, kind of the faster our heart's going to beat, right? And that's the excitement that we've got to deal with. Of course, what we don't want, Five of Cups, we don't want any disappointment. We don't want to be let down here, right? And Spirit's saying, look, you won't be, but you have to be aware of all of these energies. You have to be aware of the discouraging elements of things too. Things may not happen as you predict they will in time and space. They may not look exactly the way you fantasize them in your dreams and visions. So you have to be willing to adapt to the situation and utilize things that are available to you. Like allow this energy to unfold in the way that it needs to, not trying to force your own vision on things. Right? So the Seven of Pentacles, I think, is very important, that things are not always going to look the way you expect them to look, right? And they may not happen on your timeline. So don't let those facts really get you down to the point where you're going to stab yourself in the back. You're going to betray yourself. You're going to quit. You're going to throw away the dream, right? We're not quitting on ourselves, Gemini, okay? We're not. I noticed in the reading too, there's no major arcana cards here, because I wonder if, the Five of Pentacles in the past position, if you've had disappointments before, obviously we all have. I think you're just coming off of some experience where you've tried to pursue your dream, it didn't work, and I think that we kind of sometimes we blame Spirit for that. You know, sometimes we feel as if life has got us down. Spirit must have left the room. You know, sometimes we feel abandoned by God, goddess, deity, you know, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels. We feel as if we've been forsaken sometimes. But I think the reason there are no major arcana cards here is for that reason, because I think it feels like Spirit's left the room, but no, Spirit is the table itself. Spirit is what is showing you all of this energy right now, to really encourage your heart, to enlighten your mind and encourage your heart. Okay? Because general energy, I feel like you are discouraged right now. So you need this confidence. You need to get back to this passion. Feel that absolute burning, resounding yes. And know that you can accomplish this. But yeah, it's going to take some work. We're going to have to kind of rethink the end picture, that final goal. What does it look? What do the details look like? We might have to change our details. If I tell you to draw a picture of the outcome that you want, draw it in pencil, because the closer we get, the more things kind of happen, the more the energy moves around. We're going to have to erase some things and change some things around, but we're still going to get there. But we can't have this expectation that it's going to look exactly the way I pictured it, and that it's going to happen when I snap my fingers. Okay, those two things are going to really keep us in this devastated, discouraged energy that we see down here. All right. I want to do, let's do an angel number card. I feel like we need a sign, right? We need something in the environment that we need to witness something that will encourage us again, or let us know that Spirit is still here, Spirit is still with you. I like already, of course, that we have the 5 and the 5, that we have the 6 and the 6, that we have the 2 and the 2, right? Am I missing any? I think that's pretty much it. But that's a good, the double digits like that I think are important for us. 1011. Take action. Hope. New beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. With those with patience, will eventually reap the reward of their perseverance. Yes. See? Yes. And I think that is, that fits the reading perfectly. I think we need to reconnect with that passion, that resounding yes, and we need to start taking action. We need to have the patience of the Seven of Pentacles, and not just abandon things when things aren't happening according to our timeline. And you're going to reap the rewards of your perseverance. I like this. The numbers 1011. Be on the lookout for the ones and zeros in your life. Right. Be on the lookout for those kinds of strange anomalies, synchronicities, those things that stand out to you. Okay. So I think that Spirit is letting you know that they're still here. Okay. Spirit's letting you know that you haven't been abandoned, and that we just need to pull ourselves out of this energy that we're in here, this discouraged energy, and we get back to work, right? Let's look at the mystery card. Put these things back. Actually, you know what else I have here? The Metatron Oracle cards. Let's do one of these as well. Because I think the angel number, gives us something to look out for in the external world, right? Some sign, something, just a thumbs up from the universe. But what we have now is letting go, time for release. Well, interesting. A little bit of it seems contradictory on the surface, right? Letting go, a release, and then over here we have new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle purpose, spiritual awakening. Maybe letting go of this past one, letting go of this feeling, this devastation, this discouragement, this despair, this Five of Pentacles. Let go of this stuff and just start again. Start with this energy, reconnect. See, it's about going back to the Three of Wands. That's the way we begin now. And in order to take action with this new beginning and this fresh start, maybe we have to let go of this past one. Release this energy. Release your own mind from this tension, right? About what kind of didn't work out before for whatever reason. And let's reconnect with this passion, reconnect with this resounding yes that you feel, and start again. Yeah. I think now we should look at the mystery card. If you have a prediction for this, I want you to put it down in the comments. Looking around at the cards, it's obviously the obvious predictions, I think, would be a 9 or a 10 of Cups, 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles would be good because that's really what the Knight of Pentacles is looking at, right? That ideal, that vision of the future, how we want it to end up, the details and everything that we want, that we're projecting onto the future, into the future. So maybe we need that, but maybe a 9 of Pentacles would be better. A 9 of Pentacles too would kind of counteract this 9 of Swords, right? So let's see what we have. Go ahead and put your guess down below. That's the Fool. The Fool's even better. The Fool really is echoing our Metatron card and our angel number card. Letting go, right? That's what the Fool does. Lets go, starts fresh. New beginning. With this kind of tranquility, with this, it's almost a nonchalance. It's almost like there's this passion, there's this resounding, powerful, yes that you feel, this conviction, and then we just kind of let go and we're free. And now we're just doing it, right? There's not this tension, there's not this stress of it. It's light, So I think this is a perfect confirmation, and I think it really does embody the oracle cards that we pulled. And I think that this is the freedom, the flow, the kind of gentleness, the tranquility, the lightness with which we're going to be approaching this work. Because we have this conviction, we have this certainty, and it opens up into this tranquility. But first, before we get to Fool, we've got to let go of whatever happened before. And we've got to rediscover that Three of Wands. What do we really feel that passion about? What is that resounding yes for you? We have to connect with that. And then we can allow the Fool energy to open up, the Six of Cups energy to open up, as we just continue to work toward creating the life that you dream about. I think this is good. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.